Hi, good morning everyone! Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I will discuss to you on how to simplify exponential expression. So but before that, if you're in my YouTube channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button below and click the notification bell para updated ka naman sa mga YouTube videos na gagawin ko. So, are you excited and ready? So let's start. Okay, so in simplifying exponential expression, everyone, we need to remember the law of exponent. So let us first discuss to you the 7 law of exponents, or the rules of exponent. So let's discuss first the first rule of exponent. So the first rule is x to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So any number raised to the power of 0 is always 1. So for example, 10 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So 10 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So take note always, any number raised to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. So, another. For example, 950 raised to the power of 0 is what? Yes, very good. It's equal to 1 also. Take note of that. Any number that raised to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. So that is the first law of exponent. So the second one is x to the power of 1 is equal to x. So this is the second law of exponent. X to the power of 1 is equal to x. So any number raised to the power of 1 is always the number itself. For example, 10 to the power of 1 is equal to 10. So this one, 10 to the power of 1 is always equal to 10. So any number, as you can see, any number that raised to the power of 1 is always the number. Another example, 250 raised to the power of 1 is equal to 250. So that's it. That is very simple. Just put it in your mind that any number raised to the power of 1 is always the number. So 250 raised to the power of 1 is always the number, which is 250. Okay? Okay, next law of exponent, number 3. So okay, number 3 is x to the power of negative 1. So x to the power of negative 1. So in this case, if you can see here, there is a negative sign. The exponent is in negative sign. Just simply reciprocate the expression, or you need to reciprocal. There's the expression should be in the reciprocal form. Okay. So let's do it like this. So x to the power of negative 1 is always equal to 1 over x, or the reciprocal of this expression. So for example, so the reciprocal of this expression, 10 raised to the power of negative 1 is 1 over 10. So next example, 5 raised to negative 1 is equal to what? Guess what? Yes, very good. So 1/5. So that is very simple. So just simply remember this one. Once the exponent here is negative 1, you just simply reciprocal mo lang yung expression. Ito, yung expression na to. So like this. Okay, understand? So let's proceed to the next law of exponent. So number 4, x times, or x raised to the power of n times x to the power of n is equivalent to x raised to the power of n plus n. So okay, this time, so the operation is multiplication. So what we're going to do is, you just simply copy the variable. So notice the variable here is x. So you just simply copy the x, and of course the exponent you just only add. So this is the exponent, and this is also your exponent. So just simply add the exponent, n plus n. So let's try an example. For example, x raised to the power of 5 times x raised to the power of 7 is equal to how much? Okay, so again, just simply copy the variable x, then proceed the exponent, just simply add. Okay, the exponent is 5 and 7, so 5 plus 7. So therefore, your final answer is x, 5 plus 7, how much? Very good, it's 12. So that's it. So it is very simple, right? Okay, let's proceed to the next law of exponent. Okay, so next law of exponent is, for number 5, x raised to the power of m divided by x raised to the power of n is equivalent to x raised to the power of m minus n. So okay, as you have noticed, the operation here is division. So you just simply subtract the exponent. Okay, just like for example, x sample. X raised to the power of 8 divided by x raised to the power of 2 is equivalent to, what do you think is the answer? Okay, let's try. So just simply copy the variable x, and of course you just simply subtract the exponent. Very good. So 8 minus 2. So your final answer is, copy the variable x and subtract 8 minus 1. Excellent, it's 6. Very good. So that's it. So another example, x to the power of 9 divided by x to the power of 3, or x cubed, is equivalent to, copy the variable x, next is subtract the exponent, 9 minus 3. So therefore your final answer here is x, 9 minus 3 is, excellent, it's 6. Very good, very good. So that's it. That is how we're going to simplify your exponential expression. So now let's proceed to the next law of exponent. So number 6. Number 6, x raised to the power of n raised to the power of n. So equivalent to x raised to the power of n times n. Okay, so this time, you just simply, the exponent, just simply multiply. Okay, then copy the variable. So just like for example, x raised to the power of 5, close open and close parentheses, to the power of 2. So your answer here is x, copy the variable x, then multiply both exponent, 5 times 2. 5 times 2, how much? 10. Very good. So your final answer here is x raised to the power of 10. So that's it. Okay, one more example. X raised to the power of 7, close and open parentheses, to the power of 3. So again, just simply copy the variable x, then multiply the exponent. So 7 times 3, 7 times 3 is equal to, copy the variable x, 7 times 3 is 21. So your answer here is x raised to the power of 21. So that's it. Okay, so are you still with me? Okay, let's proceed to the next law of exponent. The next law of exponent is, okay, so this is the last law of exponents. xy raised to the power of n is equivalent to x raised to the power of n and y to the power of n. So as you notice, here, you just only copy the variable x and y, and you're just going to distribute the exponent, which is your n here. Okay, just like for example, x, y raised to the power of 5 is equivalent to, copy the variable x and y, then simply distribute the exponent, the 5. Okay, 5 in the x, then 5 in the y variable. So that's it. Okay, one more example. X, y, close the properties to the power of 8 is equivalent to, copy the x and y variable, and distribute their exponent, 8. So 8 here and 8 here. So that's it. Any questions? So, okay, so alright. So those are the law of exponent. So I hope you will remember those law of exponents so that you can easily simplify the exponential expression. Okay, so let us have our exercises. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so this time we're going to simplify this exponential expression. So for number 1, 5x raised to the power of 0 is, what do you think is the answer? Yes, very good. It's 1. So earlier we discussed already the rules of the exponent. So any number raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So who got the correct answer? Yes, very good. So number 2, what is your answer? Okay, let us check if that is correct. So this time, there is a, what do you call this one? 3 is the coefficient on a variable. So this time, it's multiplication. So, you just simply multiply 3 by, so this one x, the coefficient of this variable is 1. So it's a invisible 1. So 1 here. Invisible 1 here. So just simply multiply the coefficient, which is 3 times 1. Okay, it's 3 times 1. And this one, x and x. So in multiplications of variables, you just simply add the exponent. Okay, so copy the variable x. So there's 1 here and 1. So x 1 plus 1. So therefore, your answer is 3 times 1 is 3. Then your x here is 1 plus 1 is 2. So your final answer is 3x squared. You got the correct answer. It's very good. So number 3. Okay, so number 3, you just simply what? You just simply multiply the here the coefficients which is divisible by 1, there is 1. So copy the variable n. And next step is just simply add the exponent, which is 3. And here is, there is an imaginary exponent here which is 1 plus 1 is equal to n raised to the power of 4. So this is the final answer. You got it right. Very good. Excellent. So now, number 4. Close another parenthesis x 8x squared raised to the power of 3. So this time there are 2 exponents. So you just simply distribute all of these expressions. So 8, there's an x. So 8, then you just simply substitute the exponent 3. Then x squared, then another one, so 3 times 3. So that's it. So the final answer here is 8 raised to the power of 3. How much? Times 8 is 64. 64 times 8 is 512. Very good. 512. So copy your variable x, then 2 times 3, 6. So this is it. This is your final answer. Who got it? Yes, very good. So okay, this time it's proceed to number 5. So 2xy times, close open parenthesis, 3x squared y squared. So this time it involves 2 coefficient, right? Coefficient. 200, this is our coefficient, right? So we just multiply the coefficient. Okay, let's write it here. 2 times 3. 2 times 3, then in the rule of exponent, you just simply, in multiplication, you just simply add the exponent. So combine like terms, x and x, then the exponent here is 1, then plus 2, y plus 2, Because, why plus? Because, again I can take note of this, the rule of exponent, you just simply, once it is in multiplication symbol, you just simply add the exponent. So this is it. Then, your variable y. Then, the imaginary exponent here is 1. Then, the other one is 3 plus 3. So therefore, your answer here, 2 times 3 is 6. You copy your variable x and y. So, 1 plus 3. 1 plus 2, rather. It's very good, 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4. Very good. So this is it, your final answer. 6x cubed and y raised to the power of 4. Who got it right? Raise your hand. Wow, very good. So now, next number. We're now in number 6. So 4x squared times 6x raised to the power 5, y power 6. So this time, as you have noticed, the symbol here is in multiplication symbols. This one. So this time, first and foremost, we just, for us to be organized, we need to multiply first the coefficient. So this is your coefficient, 4 and 6. So let us copy here, 4 times 6. Then, combine the like term, x and x. So since we're in a multiplication, the exponent, we just simply, what? Add. So 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5. Then copy your y raised to the power of 6 because 0 nag-iisa lamang. So yan. Tapos, 4 times 6 is so much. It's 24. Then, 8 plus 5 is 7. So, x, 7, then copy y over 6. So, that's it. That is your final answer. Okay. So, now let's proceed to the next exercises. For exercises 7, 8, 9, so as you have noticed, these are exponential expression that is involved in division operation. So you always remember, once the exponential expression is in a division operation, just simply subtract the exponent. Yes, once it is have the same variables. Okay, so just like for example for number 7. So this is for number 7, 8 y raised to the power 9 over 8 y raised to the power of 3. So first thing you need to do is, since it involves here the coefficient, so you just simply divide first the coefficient. 8 divided by 8 is 1. So as is, there is 1. You need to write 1 here as your coefficient because that is what do you call that one? That is invisible, or as is not it is exist. Okay, so next y here. So since we have the same variable y, so you just simply subtract the exponent. So write the variable y, then subtract the exponent. 9 minus 3 is equal to, copy the variable y and subtract. 9 minus 3 is, very good, 6. So that's it. Okay. Who got the correct answer? Oh, very good. Keep it up. Okay, now let's proceed for the next exercise. For number 8. So here it involves the law of exponent. So, this, as you notice, in the close parentheses, there are exponent, and the outside of the parentheses there is an exponent also. So first you have to distribute first the exponent. Okay. So x squared, copy, y raised to the power 5. So since there's an exponent 6 here, you have to distribute first. So simply multiply. So 5 times 6 times 6. Okay. Next, copy the variable x and y. Then multiply. 12 times 6. Very good. 12. How about this one? 5 times 6 is 30. Okay. Okay, now, so the question here is it x and y is the same variable? Of course, they're not the same variable. Unlike in this part, you have the same variable x and y, so you have to subtract the exponent. But in this case, they are not the same variable x and y. So therefore, this is it. This is your final answer. Who got the correct answer? Yes, very good. So, any question here? Okay, so far none. Okay, let's proceed to next and last exercise. Okay, for number 9, x raised to the power 5 and y raised to the power 5 over y raised to the power 2. So as you have noticed, in the numerator there are two variables, the x and the y, while in the denominator there are only one. So simply, to not be confused, simply write the variable that has no pair. So x raised to the power 5. So since the variable y here have in common in the numerator and the denominator, so in the rule of the exponent, once they have the same variable, and they are in the division operation, so you just simply subtract the exponent exactly. So let's perform 1, 5 here, then subtract by 2. So copy the x raised to the power 5, then perform copy y, and 5 minus 2 is 3. Very good. So that's it. No need to simplify because these are different variables. Okay, so this is your final answer. Who got it correct? Yes, very good. So that's it. This is how we're going to simplify expressions. It's easier to simplify once you are familiar with the law of exponent. So I think that's all for this morning, and I hope you learned something from me. And thank you so much for listening, and may God bless us all. Bye!